Good morning, guys. How are you? Okay, for today's session, we're going to start seeing the information that I'm going to present. Okay, so let's start. Okay, right here, as you can see, my name is Angela Garzón, and I'm going to be your teacher for this current course. I hope that you learn and you can enjoy and you can engage in doing the different activities as required as well as practicing. Okay. Here, there is our plan de formación y cronograma de actividades al que ustedes tienen acceso dentro de la plataforma para que ustedes lo vean. Okay, where is the idea according to it? So you are going to do the following. You have the presentation and the socialization. En el foro de presentación es socialización. Los invito a que ustedes participen, a que coloquen su información personal, what kind of activities you like to do in your free time, which you prefer doing, and all of this information. For the glossary, so we have 5 glossaries. The idea of each glossary is that you're going to do one per week, okay? Un glosario que ustedes van a entregar por cada semana. So you're going to take into account this information, and based on that, then I'm going to explain a little bit later how it works, okay? Perfect. So in regards to our third model, we have three, like two big topics, or in fact three. So the idea is, according to them, to practice them, to see how they work and all of this stuff. So, the title of our third module is The Future of Behavioral Psychology for Future Continuous Comparatives and Superlatives. So, the first is called Little Albert Experiment nowadays, and the second information sheet, Little Albert Experiment. Entonces, recordemos el cronograma para que ustedes siempre lo estén mirando muy constantemente, porque ese es el que nos permite saber cuál es la fecha límite para cada una de las actividades. Recordemos que ustedes no pueden exceder el tiempo límite de plazo, porque pues digamos que de esta manera no pueden entregar las actividades o tienen que tener algún sustento que ustedes den a conocer para saber cuál fue el motivo o la razón por la cual no la presentaron. ¿Ok? So here. Entonces tenemos la primera actividad, que es el foro, va desde el 20 hasta el 27 de marzo. ¿Ok? You have some other days to just start work on that. La tarea, okay, the other information sheet, Little Arbor Experiment, is from 27th of March until April 3rd. Okay, don't forget this information. Let's start right here. Okay, recuerden que el glosario ustedes lo van a encontrar dentro de la plataforma, que sería la primera semana. Ahí es muy importante, bueno, ustedes lo encuentran dentro de Canvas en anuncios por cada una de las semanas, pero también cuando ustedes ingresan a glosario 1, allá van a encontrar las palabras, ¿ok? Son 10 palabras por cada una, para cada entrega. The conditions or the criteria about each of these glossary sounds are the following. So first of all, as you know, this word is like a quick word you have to say. Okay? In total, there are 5 cents. So you're going to work with 10 words, and the idea is that you use them into the presentations or the activity you're going to create later on. This activity doesn't have any strict limit. That is very important that you just work on that on time. Recuerden que esa actividad no tiene extensión de plazo, entonces para que ustedes entreguen las actividades a tiempo. The glossary is like adding, el glosario es acumulativo, so you have to just take into account this information, and recuerden utilizar la plataforma Evernote. Entonces, con Evernote ustedes ingresan allí a la aplicación y van a tener en cuenta una serie de procesos para poder crear el glosario. Okay? So, the process that I suggest is the following. You access to your account, evernote.com, you create a note, and you start just working on it. So first of all, in regards to this part, it's pretty important to take into account that you have to build 4 columns, ¿ok? Tienen que escribir o tienen que hacer 4 columnas dentro de esa aplicación. The first one is according to the word function, entonces la función de la palabra, si es sustantivo, si es un adverbio, si es un adjetivo, what is the function of each of these words. Later on, you're going to focus, how do you listen to, how do you pronounce this word by listening to it. Wordpress.com es un diccionario online al que ustedes tienen acceso, ustedes pueden acceder allí y pueden mirar, digamos que dicha pronunciación. Hay otros con los que ustedes tal vez están un poco más familiarizados, but there are many options. You choose whatever it's better for you. Okay? Later on, you're going to focus on what is the translation of this word into Spanish. And finally, you're going to create an example. For this example, you're going to create by your own. Recuerden que ustedes van a crear el ejemplo, no vayan a tomar nota o no vayan a transcribir alguna oración que esté dentro de otra página. Okay? Don't do it. So just work on your own and send it to me. So here, este es el ejemplo que ustedes pueden acceder acá a la página, which is, okay, trabajando con Evernote, we have right here the link, and then click on here, okay, nueva nota. When you have it here, you're going to give a title to this glossary number word, for example. After that, click on here, so you're going to create the different church according that you're going to find. So this one is the best example that I'm going to show you. So word function, the pronunciation, the translation, and the example. And finally, you say compartir, you click on here, enlace, and listo, and then you send it. Don't forget to do that because otherwise I can't or I couldn't see this kind of web page. Si ustedes no lo envían por esa parte, es muy probable de que yo no lo pueda ver. Entonces, por eso de la reiteración. No vayan a copiar el link que aparece acá en la parte pues, superior or just click on here, here, and here. Okay? Good. So the activities that I'm going to evaluate are the following. You're going to take it into account then at the moment that you are going to send it to me. So the first activity is the following. You are going to use future continuous, and I'm going to explain a little bit later in comparatives and superlatives, okay? The idea is that you're going to start making comparisons between different psychological models, okay? Psicología conductual. And then the way, what can you do to try to change like some things according to the needs years or later on. You're going to design a presentation about a hypothetical situation in which you apply the little Albert experiment in the future context. Okay? So first of all, you're going to explain the details about implications of the application of the experiment, taking into account the ethical, political, and scientific area. Also, you're going to suppose that you have a son or a daughter, and you're going to condition him or her through the exposition to extra noise during 2 years. And finally, you're going to make sure you include at least 10 sentences about predictions of the steps you will be following during the development of the spark. Okay? You can check like this board right there in the platform, but also the learning material folder offers you like additional information that you can take into account those grammar topics, and you can connect this information at the moment you are going to create your own presentation. That is impressive right here. Okay? Entonces recordemos como tal la actividad para que ustedes la tengan muy en cuenta. Okay, right here, as you can see, you are going to apply different grammar structures, future continuous, comparatives, superlatives. This one is our second activity, que va desde el 27 de marzo hasta el 3 de abril. Don't forget, it's from 20, for March 27 until April 3rd. So this activity should be presented in the workshop given. Okay, look at for the next steps in the database. Van a ingresar a la base de datos y van a buscar acá tal como se presenta. Laboratory Experiments in the Social Issues, Amsterdam Academic Press, Chapter 2, page 10. Choose one of the data collection methods described. Later, you're going to choose one presentation from the posters in the previous photo and taking into account the library test plus your classmate contributors compare ethical differences, political differences, and scientific differences. Cuando una vez ustedes ya accedan al foro, y hagan la presentación y la posteen acá. La idea es que con esa participación de sus compañeros, ustedes van a tener en cuenta dicha información para que de allí partan para empezar a comparar la información que ustedes hicieron con la que sus compañeros hicieron, ¿ok? The criteria, where is expected, I'm going to take into account the use of the language, the coherence among the sentences and the station of the activity. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to start talking about future continuous. That is very important that you take into account the following characteristics in order to make sentences, but in order to make some examples that you can clarify your information. So she'll be going to travel, I expect. I guess you'll be feeling tired after working in the sun and you'll be happy once you are on vacations. Okay? What is the common thing according to those three sentences? ¿Qué es lo que tienen en común esas tres oraciones? Como podemos acá, tenemos el will, which is a contraction right here, the shorter word to say will. Here we have be, all of them, in the first, in the second, in the third one, and going, feeling, and, well, this word is happy, which is a little bit different. Este y estas son verbos que están jugados con el ing. En el futuro continuo, tenemos que tener en cuenta que la base gramatical se compone de the subject, el sujeto, will, the auxiliar, be, will and be. Que tienen que estar separados, ¿ok? Pero siempre van a estar de esta manera, en afirmativo. Going or feeling, el verbo que le sigue va con ing, por eso es el futuro continuo, ¿ya? You're going to talk about future, verb. More than that, you focus on like an action that is going to be continued in a period of time. To travel, I expect. The next one, I guess you will be feeling tired after working in the sun. Right here, as you can see, it's the same thing. And you will be happy once you are on vacations. Porque aquí no tenemos un verbo, porque esta es otra clase de ejemplo. En este caso, happy es un adjetivo, no es un verbo. Pero podemos decir, you will be feeling happy once you are on vacations. And that is perfectly okay. Good. So there are some examples according to questions. So the first one, will you be visiting your friend next week? Will she be coming with us? Okay, perfect. According to those two examples in relation to the questions, you can see how you can use. Entonces, en este caso vemos que la primera parte que debemos poner allí es el will, then we have the subject, el sujeto, el be, que siempre irá, y el siguiente es el verbo conjugado con ing. ¿Ok? So the contraction with will. Perfect. So now we're going to see those two examples and you're going to thinking about what is the best option you can choose in relation to this. When he's in Australia, he with friends. Okay. When he's in Australia, he will be staying or he will be stay. Recordemos que de acuerdo a la explicación gramatical anteriormente mencionada, vamos a escoger la primera o segunda opción. What do you think about it? So is the first option, okay? Because we have will, be, and staying, which is the verb with ing. This one is not correct because we cannot have those two verbs just adjust at the same time and this one without ing is not possible. In the following example, we have in the afternoon, I'll be going home. Going or go? What do you think is the correct option? Is it correct to say going? Yes, of course, because this verb always has to be with ing. That's why we call this subject future continuous. Okay, this one is the explanation. There is a easy topic to understand. You can see more examples in the material showed in Canvas. Yes, material complementario. All of this information is right there. But this one is just a brief explanation for making that. Okay, let's continue. Now we're going to start talking about comparatives and superlatives. I think that maybe you were working on that before, but just this one there is going to be an explanation about. Okay, vamos a mirar este cuadro que tenemos acá para recordar el uso de los comparativos y de los superlativos. Recordemos que los comparativos los utilizamos cuando estamos nos comparando dos o más cosas, personas o lugares, a diferencia de los superlativos cuando agregamos la ST en este caso. One syllable ending in E examples wide, fine, and cute, add or, wider, finer, cuter, and ST, widest, finest, and curious. Okay? As you can see right there, there is like a kind of sort of like a list of different verbs, adjectives, all right? So one syllable with one vowel and one consonant at the end. Hot, big and fat, harder, bigger and farther. Double the consonant at ESC, harder, biggest, farts. And the other word, only one syllable with more than one vowel or more than one consonant at the end. Examples, light, neat, fit, lighter, neater, faster, lightest, neatest, pastas. Okay? Remember some. Entonces, dentro de estas, digamos, dentro de estas tres categorías, encontramos que hay algo es similar y es que cada una de ellas tiene adjetivos que se comprenden solo de una sílaba, pero algo hace la diferencia. En este caso, el primero solamente le vamos a agregar una R porque son adjetivos que terminan con E. En the second case, vamos a agregarle una ER, pero también vamos a duplicar la última consonante. Why we have to double the last consonants? Because as you consider here, we have consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, consonant. That's why. Okay, in the third example, lighter, neither, faster, como tenemos una sílaba, no termina en una vocal, sino que, bueno, en este caso termina en una consonante como light, neat, and fast. Agregamos E. All right. Two syllables ending in Y, examples happy, silly, lonely. Cuando nosotros tenemos un adjetivo que tiene dos sílabas y termina en Y, lo que vamos a hacer es que vamos a cambiar esa Y por una I y vamos a agregar ER. Okay? Change Y to I and then ER. Happier, sillier, and lonelier. Two syllables or more not ending in Y. Examples, mother, interesting, beautiful. You're going to use more before the adjective. So, more mother, more interesting, more beautiful. Cuando tenemos adjetivos que tienen dos sílabas o más, vamos a colocar el more antes de ellos. Okay? So far so good. I really hope so. According to the superlative way, es cuando nosotros hacemos referencia a algún tipo de comparación de tres o más cosas. So, the widest, the finest, the curious, hardest, biggest, farthest, lightest, neatest, farthest, happiest, silliest, loneliest, most modern, most interesting, most beautiful. ¿Ok? Y regards to this one, entonces, como ustedes pueden ver acá, vamos a agregar EST solamente porque termina en E. En este caso, duplicamos también la consonante. Y aquí finalmente no vamos a hacer ningún cambio dentro del adjetivo porque tiene dos o más sílabas, sino que colocamos must or the must antecediendo a este. Okay, so far so good. Let's see, like an exercise with comparative. That notebook is cheaper than the handbag. What we can say according to that? All right, that notebook is cheaper than the handbag. So, ¿cómo sabemos que es el uso correcto del comparativo del superlativo? Teniendo en cuenta algunos detalles. En este caso tenemos el than y sabemos que cuando utilizamos el than es porque estamos comparando dos cosas, right? So we are comparing the notebook and the handbag. So cheaper. The other example is our of our month's products is the umbrella. Sabemos que es una oración superlativa porque estamos comparando todos estos productos, pero lo que hace la diferencia es este must. En este caso, como lo tenemos allí, podemos incluir cualquier adjetivo, pero no que tenga una sílaba, que tenga dos o más. So we can say, for example, one of our most expensive product is the umbrella. One of our most modern products is the umbrella, and so on. Okay, just be careful with this one. That is going to be the information according to it. Okay, perfect. So in regards to that, as we can see right here, which is just taking into account this activity, there is activity that you have to send it to me. Just be very aware according to that. Don't forget it. There are two activities, okay, as I explained before. I hope this information is very useful for you. I hope that you understand all the things that you have to take into account. Don't forget to send me the glossary and the first activity for this week. And let's see you later, okay? Thank you so much for your time. And if you want to contact me, you can write an email to Angela.Garzon at docentes.umb.edu.co. Or you can phone me 5460600 at the session 1212. Okay, it is better that you send an email to me, so maybe because all the time I'm going to answer you. All right, perfect. So have a great day.